It's Week 12 of the NFL, and we'll see Isaiah Spiller, who's one of the best in the league at running the ball, sitting in fourth. It's the Chargers and the Saints coming up next.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the LA Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball in the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. Wide open receiver complete. Inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Groupie able to add the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on 1 play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. And you look at this Saints defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. On 4th down, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Taking a peek at the rushing numbers for Spiller in last week's game. 16 carries, 91 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they'll have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On the handoff, Spiller. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Chargers at 4-6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on, put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Play action. It's Herbert. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Fighting him off. Fights through at the 5. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now. That's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 66 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Goff now looks to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He has already cracked the century mark in receiving in this opening quarter.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw.
7-7, our score after 1. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Gone. He finds Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Goff throwing again. A quick throw there is incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They run with Spiller. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Allen! Isaiah Spiller, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shadow that and have a profound effect on this game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. On first down, Goff. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Deion Henley in there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kenneth Murray in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans. Deep to return is Darius Davis. This is taken at about the 14. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. This offense and Isaiah Spiller head back out. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
Flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. On first and 10, Goff.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a third and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, here's Kamara. Taking it right down Broadway. He's on his way. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 77 yards. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now 17-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They snap it to Herbert. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me,
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
On second down, here's Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Setting up the screen, here's Spiller. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force third and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on third down.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On second down, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's gone. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 69 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Groupie able to add the PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Goff looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you've got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he is caught. He's into space past the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. And they're going to speed things up here. Herbert now. Steps away to his left. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Saints will have the football back. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A shotgun snap for Goff. Here's a short one to the tight end Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Go, go, go.
Here's Goff. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Goff. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Here we go with Kamara. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Saints look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Returnable here for Davis. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. On the screen, complete to Spiller. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Going up top. And this is caught at the 20. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and this is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well. Herbert operating from the red zone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Isaiah Foskey brings him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And bulldozing his way through. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he slings one that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw them break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Kamara. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 169 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Tuli